Welcome back to Fast Road Vehicle Solutions again. So we've got another diagnostic video for you. This one is quite possibly one of the biggest jobs that we've done and the biggest money savings for the customer. You'll find out why in a minute. So basically, normal thing, car comes in with a misfire. It's been to a couple of other garages before. They've replaced coil packs and plugs, the normal stuff, and then they've recommended possibly needs injectors. In other words, you don't really know what's wrong with it. So we've took a look at the car. Straight away could tell it wasn't running right. We've done a compression test on the car straight away, and we found that cylinder 4 was down on compression. Now it wasn't completely zero, but it was down to about 40 psi, which is way down in comparison to the others. So when basically we've looked in the engine, couldn't see anything with a camera through the bore. Everything looked okay on top of the piston. So the only option really then at that point was to strip it down a bit further to find out what the issue was. Now, we could have just gone ahead and chucked an engine in this, but unfortunately the N20 engines, they're still quite expensive. A second-hand one, you pick them up for 4 to 5 grand. So it's quite an expensive engine just to swap. So we thought with the potential savings that we could have done if it just needed one piston and it hadn't damaged the bore, it was worth stripping down. So we stripped the head off, removed the piston that was down on compression, and this is what we found. So if you look on that piston, basically underneath the skirt, underneath the top of the crown of the piston, it's all broke away and the rings aren't seeing anymore. We found all of this in the bottom of the sump, so there was no worry of it all going around the engine. Inside the engine was really clean. To be honest, it looked like it had a rebuild quite recently. So we were able to retrieve the majority of that, and very, very luckily it hadn't damaged the bore. So it was a case of we managed to find a piston and a new rod, and we've replaced it and built it back up, and now the car runs absolutely perfect. We suspect that it's got a bit of a hot remap on it, so we're going to try and knock it back a bit in terms of so that we can get a bit more reliability out of it, because with it having a new engine in it and this piston being damaged, there's a chance that it may be a little bit overtuned, so we've just knocked it back a bit as well, just to be on the safe side. But yeah, so all in all, customers saved around £2,000 to £3,000 on getting that piston replaced instead of replacing the whole engine itself. So it was worth the gamble in stripping it down. So thank you for watching this video again, guys. Hopefully we'll be back soon.